So I recently played Call of Duty Ghosts on my PC, and I think that the campaign for the game is fantastic.
There ain't gonna be any ghosts.
That's not really the point of the video. I used to have DLC for the game when I played on console. And when I looked at it on the Steam store, I was surprised to find that they were only like $3. You could literally buy every single DLC character in this game for $20. When you compare that to modern Call of Duty or Fortnite, that's like one skin. But let me show you this. It is $180 to buy the game and all the expansions at once. And this is because Activision hasn't lowered the price. But anyway, that doesn't look good. And game publishers know that doesn't look good. But here's the thing, I know a lot of you, including myself, have spent a lot more than that on free video games. Free games are more likely to lure in customers. You don't have to pay anything to play it. And you'll be a lot more comfortable throwing away $10 and $20 occasionally if you enjoy the game. But at the end of the day, that stacks up, and you're paying more than you would for a base game. And most of the time, it's not even content, you're literally just getting cosmetics. A lot of you guys already know this. I really just wanted to bring attention to the rise of microtransactions from the early 2010s. If you look at older games, if they're even there at all, microtransactions were affordable and they weren't really a big deal. Whereas modern video games are basically making you pay for mods. There isn't even progression anymore, it's literally just changing what your character looks like. And like I said earlier, a lot of this is common knowledge, it's not like I made some new discovery. So I'm just gonna go over a couple games and their pricing model so you can see just how bad it's gotten. So this was a while ago, but Apex Legends had this event where you could get an heirloom. In order to get this, you had to open all 24 packs. If you get the 2 free packs, it is still $150 to get all 24 of these items. And then you don't just get the heirloom, you have the opportunity to get it. You have to spend $35 more. So with the 2 free packs, it was still over $180. If you didn't get the 2 free packs, it is more than a collector's edition of a video game. And these usually come with a couple really cool physical items, something that's actually tangible. Now around this time, the devs were calling people freeloaders, but Apex Legends has always been a free video game. You have every right to not pay for the game. There was no reason you had to make it $180+ dollars. And Apex Legends is made by the same people who made Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 is a great game, and yes, it still had microtransactions, but they were very cheap. Now, current Skyrim has the Creation Club, and you're basically just paying for mods. When the game first came out, if you wanted to get all 3 DLCs, that would be $45. I like Skyrim, and I bought the DLCs when they first came out back in the day, but that is not worth it. You have to watch out for a lot of DLC being basically just cut content. I remember back in Destiny 1, you could glitch into the DLC spots, and some of the enemies would spawn too. In one of the first trailers for the game, they showed the Taken King Dreadnought, which would later end up in a $40 expansion. All 4 of the Destiny 1 expansions came out to over $100, including the $60 base game. I remember about the time the Taken King came out, the devs were like laughing at their players for buying the DLCs. They were basically calling their player base stupid for giving them money. I have thousands of hours on Destiny 1, and I guess you can make the argument that I got my money's worth. But the DLCs themselves I don't think were worth the money. But that's nothing compared to Destiny 2 because all the expansions still costed money. Sure, it's a free game, but you were spending more money in the long run. I'm playing the Grand Theft Auto 5 story mode on my PC right now, and I had a lot of fun playing online back in the day. But the shark cards are really funny to me because you can just buy GTA 5 online money instead of earning it. But you earn money by playing the game. Now granted, it's pretty difficult to earn a lot of money, but the business model is that you can just buy it instead of playing our game. Overwatch 2 did the same thing as Destiny, where the sequel is free and they have a lot of cosmetics. They used to have loot boxes which you could buy. Although you never really had to, you just earn them by playing. And you might even get the skin you want, but you'd also get currency to buy the skins that you did want. So yeah, loot boxes are a pretty trash system, but at least it's better than what we have now. The prices of these bundles are insane. Never really had a video like this, but it's just really gross to talk about this stuff. I mean, I have to verbally tell you that Soldier 76 gun costs $40. And it doesn't even fit who he is as a character. It's got like Oni masks on it and stuff. I think the biggest offender of microtransactions is definitely Fortnite. This game completely decimated the video game landscape, and there's a lot to talk about. I recently played Fortnite again because they did the one thing that could get me back.
Everyone breaks, Elias.
They added Dr. Doom back to the game.
Dr. Doom over here.
But don't worry, I'm not going to get distracted again. Now, I don't mean to sound like a consumer, but I really like Dr. Doom. I learned how to 3D animate because of Dr. Doom, and I made a pretty cool commentary video about Dr. Doom, even if it is the least viewed video on my channel. So I played the game again, and I liked it, not because it's Marvel, but you got to literally play as Dr. Doom. And I mean, I even titled him Slop, but you know, I had fun. It's even better than when you could play as Thanos. When Dr. Doom was out of the game, and the veil was lifted, and I saw exactly what I was playing, I realized it really was just Slop, and I don't even like the game. It popularized the free game genre. There is no upfront cost cost and it tried to be as comfortable as possible. That was until Skull Trooper and Ghoul Trooper came to the item shop, because here you had $15 plus cosmetics, a single skin. I remember I was debating it with my friends in the pre-game lobby at the time. Like, hey, it's a $15 skin, V-Bucks are $1 per 100 V-Bucks. That is not true. This is a very deceptive practice. V-Bucks were more expensive back then anyway. And you can't just buy 1,500 V-Bucks. You could buy the $10 option twice, or you could buy the 20-something option. My point is, this skin was over $20. And here's where the genius of it really kicks off. Well, the game's free. Why not? Why shouldn't I get copyright-free John Wick? You know, at this point, we were playing it, we were enjoying it, and most games are $60, so why wouldn't I, do this? I didn't do it initially with the Skull Trooper, but I think eventually everyone kind of broke.
Everyone breaks, Elias.
And that's a really sad statement to say, but that's what happened. And once you buy one skin, you have to have them all. Like, seriously, especially now, the community, they don't even have any real value. Like, when is this skin gonna come back to the shop? I need to spend money on it and buy it. I just want to add this part in there. When I was growing up, my parents had no problem spending $60 on a game for a console, but they were always skeptical of these smaller purchases on my phone or whatever. That's really how I got into Roblox and Survival Craft, because Minecraft Mobile was a weird thing to argue that you needed. Survival Craft had a free version which you could play. Roblox is free. It does have microtransactions still, but it goes a lot farther, I think. Like for $5, you can kit your character out pretty much however you want it to be. Mine looks like if the Chad meme and Z Broly did a fusion dance. But anyway, money was like weird back then. These weren't trustworthy purchases, I feel. Like I got my dad to buy me this zombie Minecraft game. It was like $2 and it ended up being a scam. It was just images, screenshots of somebody using a Minecraft zombie mod. Anyway, I think there's a thing ingrained into our brain that something that's like around $10 is probably a slop purchase scam. I was gonna add too, Microsoft literally makes you pay for Minecraft Bedrock mods. Now I'll get back to Fortnite. But the other genius is these skins are expensive, right? But if you get the battle pass and you play the game that you're already playing for $10, you can get all these skins. The initial battle passes, everybody was playing back then, and it was still hard to rank up. But anyway, in order for you to get the most out of your purchase, it made you want to play the game more. Again, a very genius strategy, but it's very evil. Especially if you say, well, you get more V-Bucks by buying the battle pass and completing it. And what they do is they do make the battle passes pretty good, I guess, but there's so many things in the shop that you have to get only from the shop. And now they just recently added shoes. For $10, you can make your character wear shoes. And the other thing is collaborations. Your favorite brands, you can play as them. Oh, and my favorite thing of them all, limited time things. Oh, you didn't get this? Oh, well, you'll never be able to get it. Sorry. I do want to say that Marvel Rivals does have it so you can get old battle passes. They never expire. No, but seriously, if a skin comes to the shop, you may not even like that skin, but you have to get it. And it's not some good feeling, like you're not happy you have the skin. You just feel like you would have been sad if you didn't. But that's not even true. They're literally Fortnite skins. Who cares, bro? Now, Fortnite did lead to cross-platform play and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, and I don't mean to seem pretentious, but just buy a PC, dude. I built my PC with the sole purpose of modding God of War 4. In fact, that's probably why you're on my channel right now. I don't mean to self-advertise, but what I'm going to talk about is pretty relevant. My dad had the idea of model swapping Baldur into young Kratos. The most popular video on my channel became the official ending of the God of War Ragnarok Valhalla DLC. And people really liked when I model swapped Kratos into Goku. That was a video I knew I had to make. And yeah, it is pretty cool. Like when I first turned Kratos into Garo from One Punch Man, I thought that was awesome. But if you ignore my editing and the trainer I used, it's just a model swap. Or as my friends have dubbed it, model slop. Now imagine if I made you pay for this. You can download it free on my website right now, Talleybogie.com. But anyway, imagine if I made you pay for that. That's literally what companies do. Literally make you pay for mods. Like even single player games like Dead Rising, you can just buy something that changes your player model. That's not even content. It literally is nothing. And that's what every single Fortnite skin is. And this is a big source of income for game companies. You can't even mod single player games anymore because they're cracking down on it. Now I still play Tekken on my PlayStation 5 with my dad, and there are some DLC characters in it. And they aren't just model slops because Heihachi plays a lot differently than Jin. Now these could be very expensive, buying a DLC character that probably should have been included with the game. But that's really for you to decide if it's worth it. Because I love the PS2 fighting games. Tekken and Mortal Kombat were great. They had a lot more characters that were all free with the game, and they also had like actual story modes like the conquest modes, but they don't even have that anymore, so I don't really know. They're giving you less for more money. Speaking of, just look at modern Call of Duty. My friend made a video highlighting how they care more about microtransactions and making money than making a good video game, good product. These people think that they're car salesmen selling you something at a high interest rate. That's the problem with purchasable cosmetics, is that you never have enough. The items are kind of cool and you want to use them, they're funny or whatever, so I don't blame you. But no matter how much money you spend, you'll eventually run out and then you'll just have to buy more. Like, no matter how much money you put in, you're saying I still have to buy more? Just stop spending money while you can. Play single player games or like good games, or just stop playing video games altogether. What you do with your money is your choice. I just wanted to bring attention to this stuff. I don't think boycotting microtransactions is gonna make them go away, because if you don't buy them, someone else will, so it doesn't really matter. That's why I think you should just focus on improving your life. Looking back on the DLCs, Fallout 3 had some good ones. Destiny 1 had good DLCs, but I don't think in total it was worth $160. I liked Far Cry 4 Valley of the Yetis DLC and the DLC in Far Cry 6 that let you play as the villains. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but no, in all my years of gaming, DLC has never been cool. Standalone DLCs are pretty cool, but add-ons for your game are always going to be lame. I mean, there were some good moments in Destiny 1 and Fortnite 2, but at the end of the day, I would rather have my time back than whatever I invested in those games. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap the video up, and I'm not gonna make you pay for the ending like Capcom did with Azura's Wrath for some reason. But yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed, have a Jesus blessed day, and I will see you in the next one.
Bro, it's not even funny, you're just sitting down.